show you some of the new launch of the Spellbinders dies. They've launched some new Imperial Gold dies and also a new 3D embossing folder. So I thought I'd just do a quick haul video showing you these latest releases. Now I just want to say that I haven't got every single one. There was quite a few of the new golds and they're absolutely stunning. I couldn't anywhere near afford every single one as much as I'd like to, so I took a judgment on kind of which ones would give me kind of best value and also that appealed to me, and also shapes that I didn't think I had so many of, so that I could kind of hopefully kind of fill in some gaps. I say that reservedly because I've got so many dies. I'm sure you can appreciate that that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek to say I've got gaps in my collection, but anyway, so let's get you in a little bit closer so you can get a little look at all of these. The first one that we've got here is called Gold Squares 1, and it's an Imperial Gold die and it includes 7 dies and they're absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can catch that, there we go. And you can see the bumps are what are going to create your debossing. If you think about when you look at the dies, what you see on here, it will create the opposite effect. So if you've got embossing on here, i.e. bumps, that will create a dip in your paper, so therefore debossing. If you've got a dip, then that will create the paper being pushed up into that hole, so a raised area, which is your embossing. And as you can see, there's lots of gorgeous kind of little line work on here, as well as the cuts. So it's really, really stunning. And this came as a set with their basics, or they call it classic squares large. And I didn't have any of these. I think I've got rectangles, but I didn't have any squares, just simple squares. So I thought that would be a really useful set. And that was sort of one of my reasons for picking that. So you just think about what suits you and what appeals. And this particular one, the dies are exactly the same size as this. So you might want to go for, say, the second one in and then cut around the edge with this one or something. So you'd work out from there what exactly, we'd have to have a little play around and see exactly how that works. To me, I'm not too bothered whether they work together or not. It was about the fact that I got a really good deal. Pretty much for this, the price of this, you got this as well. It was a little bit more, but not a lot, so it was a really good bargain. Then the next one that I got was Imperial Gold Facets. Now I'm hoping you can see because the sun suddenly come out. This one has 16 dies. So you've got on the front here all the different dies, and you can just see, again, you've got your debossing and embossing on this. And it's absolutely amazing. And I think you really get to appreciate it. And again, I'm hoping you can see it in this light. There we go. I mean, how stunning. Look at that little button. Just turn it like that for you. So you can see there's a lot of debossing on that. And that was a really good price. It wasn't any more in money than their normal gold Imperial Gold dies. So again, one, I really like this, but it's such good value for money for what you've got. And you've got all these different circles and sort of snowflake shapes or flower shapes. They could be really universal on what you use them for. So that was the 2 Imperial Gold that I got. As I said, there was quite a few others. I then bought these 2, which were a new launch of their expandable pattern dies. And the first one is this absolutely gorgeous, it's called Tapestry. So basically with these, you've got this beautiful pattern, and if you look carefully at the die, there's no cut edge or cut part to the edge of the die. So basically when you cut it out, you just cut the pattern and it stays in your card. So if you want the edge cut, you need to go around with another die or just your ruler and a knife or your trimmer or whatever. But it stays there, which means that you can then lift that along, match it up again and do another piece. and you can go and go and go and as much as you want, as long as it will go through your machine. So it's a really, really cool die, and I'm actually in the process of doing a project at the moment for a Christmas card, not using these particular ones but using the expandable dies, and it comes out absolutely lovely. It really creates a nice effect, and I've used it to make like a decorative aperture almost. So really like that, and don't peek at that one yet. And then the second one I got was this crisscross design. Again, I love this sort of thing in the background. As I said, I've just done something very similar to this, making an aperture, but it's still got the crisscross in it. It looks really pretty, and you can see it's got a lot going to it. If I take you up close here again, can you just see there's no cut line around this edge? So that's how you know that you're not going to cut it out, so you can then expand it, apart from the fact it says expandable on the front, obviously. Okay, and then the last thing I got from the Spellbinders was this Celtic Weave, can't speak, 3D embossing folder. Personally, I think it looks absolutely hideous on the front here. I don't think that's a very attractive picture at all. I don't know why they made it look like that. It looks very peculiar. And actually, I think when you see the letterpress version, you can see a much better how nice that looks. So again, that's another 3D embossing folder, and I'm really liking those. They've got, really have got the dimension to them. So they are a one-sided folder because of the extra thickness of the folder in order to get the 3D in. So they couldn't do each side, it just wouldn't go through. So here we go. If we take it back a bit, perhaps, let's see. I'm trying to get the angle where you can see the circular part, because if you're not careful, all you see is like the crossy bits. I think almost closer. There you go. You can see how it interweaves. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's really, I don't know if you can see it if I do that. It's got a real depth to it. It's absolutely stunning. And of course, this side's your deboss side. Very strange, I don't like. It looks really peculiar, that side. So that's all my Spellbinders, and I say these were just launched, so a really nice selection, and it's worth, if they haven't come out where you are, going and having a look, because as I said, there was a lot of Imperial Gold dies being launched and some really nice designs. And just one more thing I wanted to show you. This isn't actually from Spellbinders. These are a new to me company that I found doing dies, and they're called Cottage Cuts. Well, the company's actually Scrapping Cottage, and the dies are called Cottage Cuts. And they were just so cute kind of dies. They're real kind of pictures rather than shapes and patterns. They're actual little pictures. So the one that I got here was the gingerbread cottage, and that is just so sweet. And this comes as a double die, and what you've got, and when I do this I will show you exactly what you do. I will do it when I do the project, I'll do it on camera, but this particular one is a double die because there's quite a lot to it, and it comes with the foam, and you have to make sure that that goes on prior to actually cutting. Well, well, as I said, I'll show you at the time, it's not worth trying to explain now, but that's kind of then creates that sizzlets type effect with the sponge on the die. They're not sharp particularly, so there's no worry when you're holding them now. And then the second one I got was this Santa, and I'd already previously got one of some doves, so I just got these two extra. And I just thought that was so cute. I could see him peeking out of a chimney, over the top of a card if you had a shape card. So again, he's in here. This is just a single one. So yeah, really cute. So I'm excited to start playing with these, and as I put these through my ground caliber, and it went absolutely fine as if it was a normal thin die. I imagine that through the Sizzix it will be brilliant as well, because they're so like they're is it sizzlets or framelits, I don't know the names, but the one was with the little foam anyway. So it's very similar to that, so there won't be an issue, I don't think, of putting those through. But anyway, that is it for this Spellbinders launch of this month, or I don't know if they bring them out monthly, but they seem to be doing quite a lot at the moment. But anyway, that's this one's launch. This is probably end of August, early September launch. I'm not exactly sure of the date so that they did it, but 2013 anyway. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed having a look at these. I'd love to hear your comments if you've got any of the others already, and what you think of them, any opinions on the 3D embossing folders, and also the gold dies, what you think of it. And I'd love you to go onto my Facebook page. The link is on my YouTube channel front page under the About heading. You'll get my link for my Twitter and my YouTube, my Facebook, and I'd love you to go on there and post any pictures of some projects that you've made using the 3D embossing folders or your golds, or actually anything, to be honest. I really want to try and get some more of your work up on there. I'd love to see some more. So you know, I love to see your work as much as you apparently like to see mine, which I'm grateful for. Anyway, enough chatter, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.